I was in the dark of my bedroom, rain pounding against the window, hands shaking as I held my phone. The banking app loading. I whispered, "If this is real, everything changes. Stay with me until the end, because the way this happened was the real secret. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I did to manifest this, something simple that you can also do to achieve whatever you want." Go ahead and subscribe to the channel now to hear more inspiring stories like this one. The afternoon in Phoenix was one of those that melts asphalt. I left the dental clinic where I worked as a receptionist, heat hitting my face, and drove to my apartment in an old complex near Grand Avenue. The fan in my bedroom squeaked, making more noise than wind. On the outside, I smiled at patients, organized schedules, pretended everything was fine. On the inside, I was counting pennies, student loan past due, maxed out credit card, rent 2 months behind. When I opened the mailbox that afternoon, my stomach sank. White envelope, letters in red. Pay or quit. 7 days. Extra late fee, eviction notice. I called the building manager, voice trembling. "Claire, I'm sorry, but it's company policy. You already know how it works." She hung up. I went into the apartment, threw my purse on the couch, opened the dresser drawer looking for some document. At the bottom, an old folder. Austin, equity, contract. Old job, from years ago. I thought, this is useless. I closed the drawer. That night, sitting on the kitchen floor, I realized something. My problem wasn't just money. It was the way I existed inside my own body. The spiral started at the grocery store. I was at the Safeway near my house, calculating each item before putting it in the cart. Pasta, $1.29, tomato sauce, $2.49, eggs were $4.99. I hesitated, put them back, grabbed the cheaper brand. At the checkout, cold sweat. I swiped the card, praying quietly. The machine took forever, and finally, approved. My hand shook as I grabbed the bag. Phone notifications became a kind of torture. That sound, ding, was like a crack in my chest. Automatic payment failed. Interest added. Final notice. I stopped breathing every time the phone lit up. Light rain started that week, and the smell of wet paper from the collection notice stuck to the door became part of my routine. My old laptop froze every time I tried to search how to get money fast or watch another video about the law of attraction, because I had tried to manifest before. Vision board hastily made with clippings from old magazines. Affirmations I repeated looking in the mirror. I am abundant. I attract money. But my voice came out thin, desperate. I watched videos about manifesting money like someone taking bitter medicine. Fast, not believing, just hoping it would work. The problem? I was doing everything begging for help, with fear, and that overflowed in my tone of voice, in my tense face, in every decision I made. I called the condo management trying to negotiate an extension. "Look, I understand your situation, but I can't make an exception. If I do it for you, I have to do it for everyone." Low voice, almost a whisper. "I just need 2 more weeks." "I'm sorry, Claire." At work, I smiled on autopilot. "Good morning. How can I help you?" I saw patients, scheduled appointments, faked normalcy. But inside, just one phrase hammering. 1 week. My coworker Jennifer tried to help at lunch. "Claire, have you thought about getting a loan? There are some fintechs that approve quickly." I looked at her, tired. "I've thought of everything, Jen." That night, in the clinic bathroom before leaving, I stared at my reflection in the mirror. Sunken eyes, slumped shoulders, locked jaw. I recognized, for the first time clearly, that was the energy of lack. I breathed scarcity. I walked like someone who was always about to fall. And then I had a thought that changed everything. That's when I decided to do something that seemed absurd. Stop begging. That night, rain pounded hard against the window. Yellow streetlight came through the broken blinds, cutting the room into stripes. The world outside was silent, just the sound of water falling. My phone vibrated, another charge. Final notice, immediate action required. My body went into panic. Racing heart, cold hands, that wave of desperation rising. But this time, I stopped. I took a deep breath and thought, if I keep being the desperate Claire, I'll only find more proof of desperation. It was like a click. I had read about identity change, about living in the end, but I always did it the wrong way. Asking, begging, visualizing like someone pleading. Now I understood. It wasn't about asking. It was about assuming. I sat on the bed, closed my eyes, and chose a single scene. Simple, short, repeatable. I saw myself opening the banking app, the screen loading, and then a large deposit. Not the exact numbers, just the feeling. My jaw releasing, my shoulders dropping, breathing like someone who's already safe, resolved, free. It wasn't fantasy. It was memory of the future. I repeated it for 3-4 minutes, without forcing, without urgency, just feeling. And here's what I understood that night. Quantum physics talks about coherence. When you're vibrating two things at the same time, I want abundance, but I have nothing. You create interference. Internal incoherence. My body was screaming lack, and the universe could only respond with more lack. But when I chose the identity of someone who already receives, when I stopped the internal war, something shifted. And the next day, for the first time in months, I woke up as if something was already resolved. The morning arrived different. Simple coffee, nothing changed in the kitchen, but I was different. I put on a meditation audio on my phone, just 5 minutes, and I noticed my way of walking around the house had changed. My steps were firmer, my shoulders lighter. I gave myself a rule that day. I'm not going to take 50 desperate actions. I'm going to take one aligned action. I sat on the couch, grabbed my phone, and thought, who do I know who still has a connection to my past in Austin? I remembered Marcus. We worked together at the marketing startup years ago. I left thinking it had been a waste of time, but he stayed there a bit longer. I wrote a message, without begging, without drama. Hey Marcus, it's been a while. How are you? Quick question. Do you still have contact with anyone from the old company team? I need to update my info because of some documents I found here. I sent it like someone who's resolved. Like someone who just needs simple information. Not like someone who's drowning. In the first 24 hours, nothing. But in the next 2 days, subtle signs started. A missed call from an Austin number I didn't recognize. An email in the spam folder with subject, urgent, confirmation of data required. I almost deleted it thinking it was phishing. Small, strange coincidences. I heard the name Austin twice in the same day. A patient commenting about a trip, then a radio ad in the car. I saw an ad on LinkedIn about startup buyout. Marcus appeared in connection suggestions. Synchronicities. I fought the urge to check the bank every 5 minutes. I breathed. I went back to my end scene only at night, a few minutes, feeling the certainty in my chest. On the third day, Marcus replied, Claire? What a coincidence. Literally yesterday, HR people were trying to locate you. Do you still have your company documents? Contract, equity, those things? You need to respond today. My stomach froze. I read again. Today, I called him. Calm voice, but heart pounding. Marcus, what's happening? The company was bought last year. There's a pending payment for those who had stock options. But the deadline to claim it is tight. Like, now. I hung up the phone and just stood there in the middle of the room. When I read the word today, my stomach froze, because I understood that something big was crossing the bridge. I opened the dresser drawer, hands shaking. The Austin Equity contract folder was there, kind of wrinkled with rusty paper clips. It felt heavier than it should. I opened it slowly. Employment contract. Documents about stock options. My signature from 4 years ago, when I still thought that would amount to something. Quick flashback. Me leaving that startup frustrated, tired, thinking I had wasted time. I never imagined something could be pending. Never thought that still existed. Marcus sent me a voice message. Claire, listen. The company was bought by a big corp. Those who had equity are entitled to a retroactive payment plus severance adjustment. But you need to confirm your bank details and sign digitally today. The law firm closes the process tomorrow morning. If you don't sign, you lose. My body tried to go into panic again. That old, familiar voice. What if it goes wrong? What if it's a trick? What if... But I stopped. I took a deep breath. I held on to the new identity, like holding an anchor. I'm already someone who receives. I'm just signing what's already mine. I sat on the couch, opened the laptop. The email was there, with attachments, forms, instructions. I filled everything out calmly. Bank details, digital signature, confirmation. The phone screen lit up my face. Outside, the rain had returned, pounding on the window like a drum. My hand was steady for the first time in weeks. I clicked, submit. The screen loaded. A spinning circle. Message. Your request has been received. Processing time. 24-48 hours. Silence. I closed the laptop. Minutes that felt like hours. I didn't know the exact amount. Marcus said it depended on the final calculation, but that it wasn't small. I sat there, in the dark, listening to the rain. I could feel my heart beating slowly, steadily. It wasn't euphoria. It wasn't desperation. It was certainty. The next morning, I woke up to a notification. Deposit received. Check your account. My hand trembled as I grabbed the phone. I opened the banking app, not believing and not doubting at the same time. The screen loaded, and when the number appeared, I felt my legs fail. Before seeing the number, I felt it. Heat rising through my chest, tingling in my hands. Tears came, but they weren't dramatic. Just pure relief, like when you can finally breathe after being underwater for too long. $87,000. $87,000. I read it again, and again. The screen got blurry. I sat on the living room floor, back against the wall, and just breathed. I didn't scream. I didn't jump. I didn't run to tell anyone. Because resolved Claire wouldn't do that. She would stay calm. She would breathe. She would act with clarity. So that's what I did. First, I paid the overdue rent, with interest, with fees, everything. Then I paid 3 months in advance, set up an emergency fund, transferred part to a savings account. I didn't buy anything impulsive. No new couch, no expensive clothes, just security. 2 days later, I went down to the condo management office. The manager was behind the desk, typing something on the computer. When she saw me, she paused. I saw it in her eyes. She expected humiliation, excuses, another request for extension. So, you made it? I put the payment receipt on the desk. Calm, steady voice. I made it, and I'm only staying until the end of the lease. After that, I get to choose where I go. She blinked, surprised. Oh, okay. Great then. I walked out of there with my head held high. That night, sitting on the couch, I picked up the old folder again. Austin, equity, contract. The folder had always been there. The money had always been there, technically. Pending, waiting. But I was the person who closed drawers because it wouldn't help. I was the person who didn't check, who didn't ask, who assumed nothing would work out. The world didn't change. I changed. And then reality reorganized the events. What the law of attraction calls bridge of incidents. It wasn't magic. It was Marcus responding. It was the email arriving. It was the tight deadline. It was a sequence of things aligned because I stopped creating interference. I opened the bedroom window. The rain had stopped. The air was clean, fresh. Phoenix at night, with the city lights blinking in the distance. I took a deep breath, and for the first time in years, I felt life had clicked into place. And the scariest part is that I realized this wasn't luck. It was a pattern. And I can repeat it. So what did I learn? I didn't force the universe. I stopped declaring lack with my entire body. I chose an end scene, simple, 10 seconds, and repeated it with the feeling of certainty, not desperation. I changed my self-concept. I practiced living in the end. And then, I took one aligned action. Small, but inevitable. I sent that message to Marcus with the posture of someone who already receives, not someone begging for crumbs. The money didn't come because I asked harder. It came because I stopped vibrating scarcity. I created internal coherence, and life responded. If you're going through something similar right now, do this. Choose a 10-second end scene. Repeat it for 3 minutes. Feel it as truth. And then take an aligned action. Small, without desperation. Because sometimes, money doesn't arrive when you ask for it. It arrives when you become the person who already knows how to receive. If this story gave you hope, subscribe to the channel, like and share, and comment. What end scene are you going to practice today?